Good morning, guys. Good morning. Good morning. I believe you can hear me. Please confirm the sound is okay. Confirm the sound is okay. Can you hear me? You can see my screen. Confirm the sound is okay and that you can also can hear me. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Please confirm you can hear me loud and clear and that the sound is okay. I'm very audible. Thanks for joining. Good morning. If you can hear me, please drop a comment. Drop a comment. If you can hear me, drop a comment. I'm waiting for your response. Can you guys hear me? Drop a comment if you can hear me loud and clear. Drop a comment. Good morning. Good morning. I'm waiting for your response. I want to be sure you guys can hear me loud and clear. Waiting for your response. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Please respond. Respond. Let me know. I want to be sure you guys can hear me. Okay, Mr. Raphael. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Good morning. Can you all see my screen now? Can you all see my screen? Can you see my screen? Okay. Thank you. Thank you. You're welcome to today's live stream. Let's go straight to business. Today is Tuesday, the 11th of March, and we have United States job openings to be released by 3 p.m. And as we have it here, the previous is 7.60 and the forecast is 7.65 m. Okay, so they're expecting an increase, right, from 7.60 m to 7.65 m. I hope that is clear. So just one major news from the United States. Jobs job openings. Okay, so let's go to the chart. Okay, let's go to the chart. Let's look at DXY. What's the trend on DXY? As you can see, the dollar is still very bearish. Can you see that? The dollar is still very bearish. Dollar is still very bearish, and if dollar is bearish, it means you would have to sell the dollar. Okay, if DXY is bearish, it means dollar is weak. So you should sell the US dollar. So if you're considering trading GBP USD, the dollar is the counter currency. So you expect the which is the GBP to get is the counter. The counter is weak, which is the dollar. So you buy GBP USD, Euro USD, NZD USD, and Australian dollar USD. So let's go to the charts. And like I shared with you guys, I think it was on Saturday that we have a fair value gap here on DXY. This fair value gap on the weekly time frame, that could be the next target for DXY. I think that is aiming for this fair value. The probability is going to come fill this fair value gap. It is still very DXY is still very rich. Okay, so let's go to currency pairs. Let's start with GBP. Just playing out today. Most of the predictions I gave yesterday, they are just playing today. So let's start with the daily. Let's see how yesterday candle closed. Okay, so yesterday candle closed bearish, but this is one thing I want you to observe here. This is something I want you to see. Why today is bullish. You would notice that yesterday candle didn't close below the low of Friday candle. Can you see that? Yesterday candle of Friday candle. If yesterday candle had closed below the low of Friday candle, there is a high probability that GBP USD would pull back to fill this fair value gap or this. If yesterday candle had closed below the low of Friday candle. Yesterday candle, what pattern do we have on 4 hour after the close of yesterday? The pattern we have on 4 hour time frame. Can you see the pattern? This looks like an hammer, right? This looks like an hammer, but not a valid hammer because it's like 1.5 the body, right? It's not 2 times. For it to be a valid hammer, it has to be the body. It will be 2 times the body. So it looks like an hammer, but not a valid hammer. But let's go down to 1 hour. I'm sure 1 hour will be able to identify a valid bullish reversal pattern on 1 hour time frame. So let's see what we had on 1 hour. So you can see what we had on 1 hour. You can see what we had on 1 hour. This looks like an hammer, not a valid hammer. The next candle closed bullish. Can you see that the next candle closed bullish? Now, one wouldn't have bought after the formation of this candle because both candles are not valid. This is a bullish reversal pattern. This candle is a bullish reversal pattern, right? It's a bullish reversal pattern. But personally, I would have waited for price because these are not valid. These 2 candles are not valid bullish reversal pattern. I would have waited for price to close above this high, the high of this bearish candle, before going bullish. So this would have been my entry. This is my entry on GBP USD. This candlestick closed above the high of this candle. And you'd also see that we had a resistance here. You can see a resistance was created here and there was a breakout from that resistance. This tells me that we have more buyers than sellers. That will be the reason for buying GBP USD. And I think today, GBP USD is likely going to clear the liquidity residing at this previous high. The only thing that will make GBP USD sell will be the fundamentals. If the fundamental favors, if the news favors US dollar, we might see it pull back. We might see it pull back. But at the moment, technically, GBP USD is bullish. But this is not the right time to buy. Please, this is not the right time to buy. This would have been the best entry for GBP USD. So if you had not bought GBP USD from this point, buying at the current market price will be at a very high risk. You can see it has done over 51 pips. If you had entered at this point, your stop loss 30 pips, your stop loss should not exceed 30 pips. And if you risk 30 pips, this is where you would have set your stop loss. This is about 25 pips. Now you would have made a risk reward of 1 to 2. By now, you should be out of this trade. Are you getting me? If you had entered by now you should be out of this trade. So this is not the right time to buy GBP USD. If you want to buy GBP USD, if you still want to pull back, you can see that it's created a fair value gap here. Okay. You should wait for price to pull back. So this zone, you know you've missed that move. Then you wait for another opportunity. So that's my take on GBP USD. GBP USD is still bullish. It is still bullish. It is still bullish. I hope that is clear. I hope that is clear. Then Australian dollar USD. Let's start with the daily time frame. If there's any pair you want us to look at, please drop it in the comment section. If there's any pair you want us to look at, drop it in the comment section. Drop it in the comment section. If there's any pair you want us to look at, drop it in the comment section. So on Australian dollar USD is bullish. Australian dollar USD is bullish, and so yesterday candle closed bearish. I think what it did yesterday was to fill a fair value gap. Let's see on lower time frame. Okay, let's go down to 4 hour. I'm sure yesterday move was to fill a fair value gap. You can see we had a fair value gap here. Can you see this? Can you see this fair value gap? So the pullback, I think, was to fill this fair value gap. And you can see this morning, I think the first candle for today's market was used to fill the gap. And you can see and the next candle is an hammer. You can also say it's an engulfing candle because it's closed above the high of this candle and also the high of this candle. So this is a buy setup. This is a buy setup on Australian dollar USD. I think USD is just about starting its move. I think USD is just about starting its move. If I want to take any trade, I would rather take a trade on Australian dollar USD than GBP USD because GBP USD has already moved. But Australian dollar USD has not done much this morning. Let's see. It hasn't done much this morning. Let's say about 20 or 30 pips. But GBP USD has done over 50 pips. So if I'm to take any trade on Australian dollar USD and GBP USD to be Australian on GBP USD already made close to 50 pips on Australian dollar USD on GBP USD. I think that trade has closed. Let me confirm. I think it has closed. I think that trade should have closed. Okay, it's still running. It's still running. It's still running about 40 pips profit now. 40 pips profit on GBP USD. I executed the trade at 1.2889. 1.2889. That's the execution. That's the entry price. So my target is 50 pips. I'm in profit of 38 pips now. 38 pips. Okay, so it's almost there. It's almost there. So my take on GBP on Australian dollar USD is buy. Is buy. If you want to buy Australian dollar USD, your stop loss should be 30 pips and your TP should be 50 pips. Okay, your stop loss should be 30 pips, your TP should be 50 pips. I hope that is clear. So that's my on Australian dollar USD. Let's look at Euro Aussie. Euro Aussie. Let's see. Let's start with the daily. I see a good sell opportunity on Euro Aussie. Euro Aussie is about to sell. I've been predicting sell for some time, but it's been buying. It's been buying. I predicted sell, but it's been buying. It's been bullish, and I think the reason is because on Euro USD is bullish. That is why Euro Australian dollar has been bullish. I think Euro is very strong. Euro is very bullish. That is why Euro Australian dollar has been bullish. So, at what price would I consider selling? Okay, I want to wait for this 4-hour candle to close. The current 4-hour candle should close. Okay, wait for the 4-hour candle to close. Let's see what we have on 1 hour. Okay, I want to wait for 4-hour candle to close, and also I want to ensure 1-hour candle closes below this low. If you're considering selling euro Australian dollar today, wait for price to close below 1.0884. 1.0884. If you go down to lower time frame now, I'm sure you'll be able to identify a bearish reversal pattern on 15 minutes or 5 minutes time frame. You can see what we have here on 15 minutes time frame. Go to 5 minutes. I'm sure you'll be able to identify a bearish reversal pattern. So you can see on 5 minutes, this is a bearish reversal pattern. We had a spinning top here and an engulfing candle. So this on 5 minutes, we already have a bearish reversal pattern. You can see it has formed. It has formed. Well, I would advise you wait for the higher time frame for more confirmation. Wait for higher time frame for us to give us a very good sell setup before we take the trade. So that's my take on Euro Aussie. Okay, sell below 1.0884 and your stop loss should be the most recent high. Your stop loss should be the most recent high. Okay, so that's my take on Euro. Okay, this Euro USD. Sorry, this is Euro USD. Oh, sorry. This is Euro USD. Euro USD has been bullish this morning. It's been bullish. Okay, it's been bullish. I think Euro USD has done over 60 pips. Let's see from here. You can see it has done over 85 pips. 85 pips. So it will not be wise to buy Euro USD. Price is likely going to pull back. Price is likely going to pull back. If you go down to 4 hour, it's likely, you can see, let's go to 15 minutes or 1 hour. Should have created a fair value gap. So if you want to buy, you want to wait for price to pull back to fill this fair value gap. Okay. You can see we had a resistance here. Okay, a broken resistance. Price is expected to pull back to retest this fair value gap, or you call it your resistance, which has become a support before going bullish. So if you want to buy Euro USD, wait for price to pull back, fill this fair value gap, retest this support before you buy. That's my take. And if you are buying Euro USD, your stop loss should be this low. So if you are buying from this zone, your SL, don't risk more than 30 pips. Okay, don't risk more than 30 pips. If you are buying from this zone, don't risk more than 30 pips, and your TP should be 50 to 60 pips. I hope that is clear. Your take profit should be 50, between 50 and 60 pips. Don't risk more than 30 pips. Is that clear? Don't risk more than 30 pips. So that's my take on Euro USD. Euro Aussie, like I said, I'm looking for sells on Euro Aussie. I'm looking for sells on Euro Aussie, and I think Euro Aussie is set for sell. I think Euro Aussie is set for sell. Let's see. Let's start with the 4-hour time frame. Okay, so I want to wait for the current 4-hour candle to close. Okay, I want to wait for the current 4-hour candle to close. But let's see what we have on 1 hour. So this is what we have on 1 hour. So on 1 hour, I want to see price break out from this low. Okay, so that's my expectation. Now, if we go down to 15 minutes, I'm sure we'll be able to identify a bearish reversal pattern on 15 minutes or 5 minutes time frame. Good morning, Mr. Daniel. Good morning, Mr. Victory. Thanks for joining. So let's go to 15 minutes. I'm sure there is a reversal pattern has formed on. So you can see what we have here. This is an hanging man. This is an hanging man on 15 minutes time frame. This is an hanging man. Let's go to 5 minutes. You'll still be able to identify a bearish reversal pattern on. So you can see on 5 minutes. 5 minutes has already confirmed change in trend. You can see that it has confirmed change in trend. But I trade the 4-hour, 1 hour, and 15 minutes time frame. So I need to, for me to trade on 15 minutes time frame, a candle should close below the low of this bullish candle. If 15 minutes candle closes below the low of this candle, that will be a sell for Euro Australian dollar. That will be a sell for Euro Australian dollar. If 15 minutes candle closes below the low of this candle, one can risk selling Euro Australian dollar. Your stop loss should be this high. You can use 30 or 35 pips as your stop loss. 30, 35 pips as your stop loss. Your take profit should be between 50 and 70 pips. Between 50 and 70 pips. That is my take on Euro Australian dollar. Look for sell on Euro Australian dollar. I hope that is clear. I hope that is clear. Let's look at USD CHF. USD CHF, let's start with the daily. The bias for USD CHF remains bearish. Okay, the bias remains bearish. Let's start with the daily. On the daily time frame, yesterday candle close looks like a spinning bottom that formed at, I think it tested this, right? It tested this zone. This is a support zone. Okay, this is a support zone. So after the close of yesterday candle, let's go down to 4 hour. What do we have on 4 hour? So you can see USD CHF has been in a range, right? All through yesterday, USD CHF range. And on USD CHF, USD CHF has been having difficulty closing above this high. You can see this high. If USD CHF does not close above this high, it still remains bearish. If it does not close above this high, it still remains bearish. It still remains bearish. This engulfing pattern that formed here is to get retail traders to buy. This engulfing pattern, it is to get retail traders to buy. Okay, it is to get retail traders to buy. In as much the price or the candle didn't close above the high of this bearish candle, USD CHF is still bearish. It is still bearish. It is likely going to break out from this low. It's going to come for the liquidity. A lot of retail traders would have executed buy, and their stop losses will be residing at this level. This is sell stop order. When you execute a buy trade, your stop loss is a sell stop orders. It's a sell stop order. So there's a high probability they will come for these lows. That's my take for USD CHF. The only thing that will make USD CHF is the fundamentals. That's the only thing. If the fundamental favors the dollar, that is the only thing that would make USD CHF buy. Technically, USD CHF is bearish. Technically, it is bearish. You can see the structure on the daily time frame. It is obvious, right? You can see the structure on the daily time frame. It has been forming series of lower high and lower low, lower high and lower low, lower high and lower low. So it's going to form a new low. That's my expectation on USD CHF. A lot of retail traders would have executed buy because this candlestick pattern that formed here formed at a support level. They want to buy and their stop losses is residing here, which will be used as liquidity. That's my take on USD CHF. It is a sell. Look for sell opportunity on USD CHF. Let's look at gold. I hope that is clear, Mr. Raphael. If there's any pair you want us to analyze together, please drop it in the comment section. If there's any challenge you're going in trading, you have any question, Forex related question, drop it in the comments section. I'm here to attend to all your Forex trading questions, not just to analyze the market. If you have any challenge, drop it in the comments section. Okay? So let's look at gold. All the analysis, all the predictions I gave yesterday are just playing out today. They are just playing out today. So the guys, gold is bullish. Look for buys on gold. Look for buys on gold. Okay, so you can see yesterday candle closed strongly bearish, and I think the pullback was to fill a fair value gap. Let's confirm that. Let's confirm that. Okay, daily. Let's go to 4 hour. I think the pullback was to fill a fair value gap. Do we have a fair value gap here? Okay, we had this fair value gap here. You can see this fair value gap. That gap has been filled though. Let's see. Okay, that gap has been filled. This gap has been filled, but you can see we had this is a support area. You can see it. So that could be the reason price broke out from that fair value gap. You can see this zone. It's a key zone. Can you see it? Support, support. We also had a support here. You can see. So see how the market reacted. You can see how the market reacted at that zone. Okay. Amushan, don't ask me that question. You've asked me that question several times on WhatsApp. Amushan, you've asked me that question on WhatsApp several times, and I told you what to do, but you've not taken action. You need mentorship. Okay, you need mentorship. You need mentorship. There are two ways to learn Forex. You learn for free or you pay for mentorship. If you want to learn for free, there are a lot of resources online. There are a lot of resources you can use. Okay, a lot of resources. You can go to babypips.com. You can go to babypips.com. Every information, every basic information you need is on babypips.com. Okay, it's on babypips.com. If you also do a search on Google, there are a lot of free on YouTube. There are a lot of free videos on YouTube. Are you getting me? There are a lot of free videos on. It's just going to just requires time. You know, your time, data. That is all it requires. You can learn forex trading for free. It's just going to take you time. It's going to take time. If you want to shorten your learning curve, then you go for mentorship. You go for mentorship. But if you want to do it, like I learned how to trade myself, nobody taught me how to trade. It's just that it took me years to become very good at trading. It took me years. I dedicated a lot of time. It took my time. It took my money. Okay, so if you are willing to make that sacrifice, trust me, it is very good. If you are willing to make that sacrifice, you can learn to trade yourself. There are some things I know today. You understand that when I share them, people are like, "Wow!" You understand? That's the advantage of self learning. Self learning. There are some things you will know that, man, when you say it, people will like, "Wow, wow!" You make a lot of discoveries. You make a lot of discoveries. That's the advantage of self study. That's the advantage. But it's going to take time for you to become a professional trader. But if you don't have that time, then you have to pay for mentorship. You are paying for my time. Okay, you're paying for my time. Okay, so just do a search. If you can't afford mentorship, I always say it is not a must. It's not a must. Just go online. You can also send me a message on WhatsApp. I can recommend some resources to you. You can just go and learn for free. Okay. But if you need someone that will attend to all your trading questions and all that, man, you have to pay for that time. It's not free. Okay, so that's my take on gold. So you can see how the market reacted at this support zone. You see the pattern that formed. This is a bullish reversal pattern confirmed. This is an hammer formed at a demand zone. An hammer forming at a demand zone is a strong confirmation that the trend would change. There's a high probability when a candlestick pattern forms. Write it down. When a candlestick pattern forms at a demand or supply zone, demand, that's your support zone, supply, your resistance zone, there's a high probability, like 70% probability that is going to play out. There's a 70% probability. That's just it's a simple strategy you can apply. Simple strategy. I've always told you guys it doesn't have to be complicated to make you money. Learn candlestick pattern and resistance and support. Just these two price action strategy will make you money in the market. You don't need complicated systems. Some of you are going for ICT. ICT is for those who are experienced. If you are not experienced, you find it difficult to understand ICT concepts. You find it difficult. Some of you want to learn, what was it called? Elliott wave. Those are complex strategy. It's not for newbie. Just learn candlestick pattern and resistance and support. And okay, you could also learn structure. Those three price action strategies all you need to be a profitable trader. Is all you need to be a profitable trader. I've learned ICT, I've learned several strategies, and I'm telling you, this is what you need: resistance and support, candlestick pattern, and structure. Simple. That's all you need. That's all you need. Okay, so that's it for gold. Is there any other instrument you want us to look at? Let me know in the comment section. Any question? Any question? Any question? Okay, let's look at let's look at gold. Gold is bullish, but you cannot buy gold now. You know now. You cannot buy gold now. It has moved. You can this is where you would have entered buy on gold. By now you would have made close to, let's say you even went for less than 150 pips, because your risk on this trade would have been around 100 pips. 100 pips. Your take profits at least 150. By now you should be out of the trade. You should be out of the trade. We are on gold now, Mr. Atonda. We are on gold. Gold is bullish. Okay, gold is bullish. It's likely going to come and clear the liquidity residing at this previous high, but you cannot buy now. You cannot buy now. See gold as an item, as a laptop. At this point, this laptop was selling for 500. This laptop was selling for 500. Now it is selling for 1,500. Would you want to buy at $1,500? No. You want to wait for price to pull back to, let's say, 600. It might not pull back to 500, but you want to see price pull back to, even though it is 600. If you buy at 600 and the price drops to 500, you would only lose $100. You would only lose $100. But if you are buying at 1.5 and price now drops to 600, you see the risk you'll be taking. That's about $900 loss. So you want to wait for price to pull back. Those who have entered buy from this point, their mind now, what they are thinking is how to get out of this trade. They want to sell. If I had entered buy from this point, I should be thinking of selling now, which means there will be more supply than demand. And when there's more supply than demand, what will happen to price? Price will drop. So you cannot buy gold at the current market price. Wait for price to pull back. If it does not pull back, it means you have missed that move. Let it go. Wait for the next move, maybe tomorrow. But for today, you've already missed the buy move. If you want to buy, wait for price to pull back. I hope that is clear. Good morning, sir. Good morning, Mr. Daffy. Good morning, sir. Thanks for joining. Thanks for joining. Okay, so that's my take on gold. Gold is bullish at the moment, but this won't be a good price to buy gold, though it has a high probability of coming to clear these highs. Gold is likely going to create a new high this week. Is likely going to create a new high. Gold is likely going to create a new high, but you need to know the best time and the best price to enter your buy. This would have been a good entry for buy. After this bullish move, it went into a range, and this will be the second opportunity to buy. This is where you would have entered buy. If you are entering buy from the current market price, the risk will be too high. And I know most of you don't have much capital. You don't have the much capital to hold drawdowns. So you have to wait for price to pull back before you buy. I hope that is clear. Any question? Any question? Which other instrument do you want us to look at? Let me know in the comment section. Which other instrument? We've looked at GBP USD. We've looked at, okay, let's look at JPY, USD JPY, and GBP JPY. Okay, so let's start with the daily. USD JPY. My bias for USD JPY still remains bearish. My bias for USD JPY still remains bearish. As you know, gold and USD JPY, I think they are negatively correlated. Gold and USD JPY are negatively correlated, and I identified this fair value gap. I think it was yesterday. There's a high probability that USD JPY would want to come and fill this gap. As you can see, we have a confluence here. This is a resistance which became a support. This is a resistance which became a support. Okay, some will call this a breaker block in confluence with a fair value gap. So there's a high probability price will pull back to fill this fair value gap before going bullish. Let's go down to 4 hour. Okay, so yesterday candle, after yesterday candle, what pattern do we have on the chart? Let's see 4 hour. After the close of yesterday, this was what we had on 4 hour time frame. Okay, this was what we had on 4 hour time frame. So this, I think you can see, probably they want to clear the liquidity residing at this previous high because they know this is a doji. They know a lot of retail traders would have executed sell after the formation of this doji. And where would they have their stop losses? Their stop losses will be at this high. So this bullish move could be to just clear the stop losses residing at this high. That they have achieved. That they have achieved. So if a bearish reversal pattern forms on 1 hour time frame or 15 minutes time frame, you can say a bearish reversal pattern hasn't formed. You can also see on the 1 hour time frame that we have a fair value gap here. This could be the reason for the pullback. And you see it. This could be the reason for the pullback. This fair value gap here could be the reason. Though yesterday the price tested that zone, but it didn't fill it completely. You can see it didn't fill it completely. Congratulations, sir. You caught the trend at its early phase. Mr. Dafe, you caught the trend at its early phase. Congratulations, sir. Your profits on gold now will be massive. Massive. You caught the trend at its early phase. So you can see this is the fair value gap. So wait for a bearish reversal pattern to form on 1 hour, 15 minutes time frame before you sell. And if you are selling, there's a high probability it's going to come for these lows. It's going to come for these lows. That will be its target. Okay, this will be its target. Once it starts selling, it's coming for the liquidity residing at these previous lows. Okay, so let's see what's happening on 15 minutes time frame. So you can see 15 minutes time frame. You can see the rejection from that fair value gap. You can see. So one can risk selling if this candle closes bearish. If it closes bearish, 15 minutes candle, one can risk selling. You can see 5 minutes. We have a shooting star. Can you see that on 5 minutes? So you could patiently wait for price to close below the low of this bullish candle. This candle that was used to break out from this resistance. You can see this candle that was wait for 15 minutes candle close below the low of USD JPY. Okay, before you say USD JPY, wait for candle, and if you are selling your stop loss, you can 30 pips as your stop loss. That's my take on USD JPY. My bias remains bearish. Technically, USD JPY is bearish. USD JPY is bearish. I hope that is clear. I hope. Any other instrument you want us to look at, let me in the comment section. GBP JPY. GBP JPY and price to buy GBP JPY. This won't be the right time or price to buy GBP JPY. Let's start with the daily time frame. Let's start with the daily time. So on the daily, let me check on Facebook. Okay, so on the daily time frame, I think the chart is still loading. I think it's still loading. A few minutes, please. I think the chart is still loading. Resistance. Resistance, I think. A few minutes, please. Okay, so as you can see, this is the daily time frame. This is the daily time frame. Let's go down to 4 hour. Yesterday candle closed strongly bearish. And I think that pullback was to fill a fair value gap. Let's confirm that on 4 hour. You can see this pullback on GJ yesterday was to fill a fair value gap. Let's go down to 15, let's see 1 hour. Can you see the fair value gap on 1 hour? Can you see this is the reason yesterday. So this would have been the best time to buy GJ. This would have been the best entry. So from the current market price, though it has a high probability of the current market price, you'll be taking too much risk. Can you still see my screen? Can you still see my screen? Victory, you bought GJ, right? Can you all see my screen? GJ, Victory, you bought GJ, right? Can you all still hear me? Can you still hear me? Can you still hear me? Can you all still hear me? Can you see my screen? Okay, okay, okay. So wait for a pullback. Wait for pullback. All right, thank you. Wait for pullback to this zone before you buy GJ. And if you are buying GJ from this point, your stop loss could be, you could use this low as your, yeah. Congratulations, Victory. Congratulations. By now, you should have closed partials. You should have closed partials by now. Victory. By now, you should have closed partials. I believe you would have made above 60 pips. You should have made above 60 pips on GJ. By now, you should have closed partials. Close partials or move your stop loss to break even. If you're trading below 0.02 lot size, if it is 0.01 lot size, adjust your stop loss to break even. But if you are trading above 0.01 lot size, you should close partials and adjust your stop loss to break even. Okay, stop loss to break even. So I think that'll be all for today's session. We've looked at all the major currency pairs: USD CHF, USD JPY, USD. What do you want us to look at? Which other instrument do you want us to look at? Nice one, nice one, nice one. Nice. Any question? Do you have any question? Let me know in the comment section. Any question? Any question? Please manage risk like a pro. Manage risk like a pro. Trading is not gambling. Trading is business. It is not gambling. 90% are failures because they gamble in the market. 90% are failures because they gamble in the market. For you to be a profitable trader, a consistently profitable trader, you must have a strategy. Trading is not guesswork. It is not guesswork. You must have a strategy. If you don't have a strategy, you are a gambler. You are a gambler. And gamblers will always lose money. Gamblers will always lose money. Know what you're doing in the market. Know what you're doing in the market. DXY is bearish. DXY, dollar index, is bearish. This is dollar index. You can see this is the weekly chart. I'm expecting price to come and fill this fair value gap on DXY. That's my expectation. And also last week, NFP data that was released was negative for the US. So fundamentally and technically, the dollar is weak. Fundamentally and technically, the dollar is weak. Okay, the dollar is weak. Any question, any question, any question? To set up, for those who have not executed any trade today, I think you still have opportunity on Australian dollar USD and also Euro Aussie. Okay, Euro Aussie meant to break out from this low. Can you see it? It's struggling to break out from the low of this candle. See what it formed there now. It formed an armor. It's formed an armor. Anything that makes a 15-minute candle close below the low of this candle, then you can risk selling euro Australian dollar. But you can see it's rejected price. You can see the strong rejection. This tells you that the bullish move might continue. That's why you need to wait for a below the low of this last bullish candle before the bearish move, before you sell. A lot of people would have jumped in and start selling, but it's not confirmed yet. It is not confirmed yet. So wait, wait, wait. Be patient. Okay? Be patient. The patient dog eats the fattest bone. You have to be patient. To make profit consistently in the market requires a lot of patience. Wait for your setup before you. Okay, so that's my take. I'm patiently waiting for Euro Aussie. I'm going to trade Euro Aussie today. I'm going to trade Euro Aussie today. I'm waiting for it to break. I'm going to take a step on Euro Aussie. Patiently waiting. All right. If there are no questions, that will be all for this session. I appreciate you all for your participation. If you're yet to give this stream a thumbs up, please do so that others can get to see this video. And if this is your first time participating, please do subscribe to the channel so that anytime I come on live, you'll be notified by YouTube. So much, Mr. Victory, Mr. Daffy, Mr. Opeyemi, Mr. Daniel, Mr. Atonda, Mr. Raphael. Appreciate you all for your participation, and I will bye for now.